Hello, Superior YMCA. I am Jen, your Health and Wellness Director, and I'm here with Ashley and Jill, and we have another stretching video planned for you guys today. Just giving you some options on different upper body stretches. We've already done the lower body one, so if you haven't seen that video already, go check it out to work through your hamstrings, your quads, your shins, and your calves. Just some fun ideas, our favorite stretches that are our go-tos. So today we are going to do all of our upper body for you and give you a little list of our favorite stretches and the ones that we like to use the best, whether it be in class or with the ability to be around your house. As you can see, Ashley is in her doorway there, so giving us a couple of fun options to have at home as well. So we are going to start with our shoulders. I will take off this first one here. This is probably one of my favorite go-to stretches. I can't really tell you what the name of it is. I just know it feels amazing. And I try to do it as much as I can in most of my classes. I'm just going to turn to the side here. We're going to bring that right arm behind your back, and we're going to hold on to that wrist, and we're going to pull it over to your left and tilt your head in that same direction. I love the stretch down the side of my neck, through my traps, and into my shoulder. And again, working that on to the other side. And you can hold these stretches for 30 seconds, just nice, relaxed stretch either way. The other one here that I'm going to go through really quickly is you're going to need a wall. I'm going to move back to my fireplace here really quick. It's the best view that I have. You're going to place your hand up against that wall and really open up that chest and feel that stretch on that right shoulder. Again, not overstretching or pushing to pain, but just giving you two options there for your shoulders. Now we're going to move on to the other girls here. Jill, would you like to show us your shoulder stretch?
So for mine, you might need a towel, or me, I have my lovely robe, tie. It's long enough. But for this one, you will grab, a little wider than your hips, depending on your range of motion and how comfortable it is for you. But you just bring it up and reach it back. Feel a stretch through those shoulders. And if that's too uncomfortable, you might have to bring your hands out just a little wider and bring it back. Nice. I recently discovered this one, and it feels very nice.
It feels very nice. All right, Ashley, let's see your shoulder stretch for us today.
So you're also going to need a towel or some kind of object that you can grab onto, like a robe tie, or if you have like a yoga strap or something like that. It's going to come behind your back this time, and then you're going to grab onto it with that bottom hand and then pull up with the top hand. And just feel that shoulder opening. Again, it's all up to your range of motion. If you need more, you can grab a little higher on that towel, or you can be a little bit lower, just depending on your flexibility. And hold that guy for 30 seconds or so, each side.
Excellent. So those are just a couple shoulder stretches for you guys. I like that we have some variations with using our robe ties or our towels, or I do have a yoga strap with me as well today. Just some options to even get that mobility in your shoulder. Stretching is huge. And so I kind of think that we put it to the side as just the end of our workout. We're just like, okay, we're done. But try to put just a little bit more thought into it, especially with our shoulders. The range of motion there and flexibility is extremely important. So I love using the towel and the robe tie to get that full range of motion. So now moving on to our next one here, we're going to attack our biceps. The stretch that I actually really like for biceps, which is kind of hard to attack our little bicep muscles here, but we all know as soon as we put that bar down in rip, we instantly want to press those palms down or open them wide to the side, which is what I prefer, and then rotating your thumbs down. And once you've done a great bicep workout and you're feeling that fatigue, these will feel great, even rotating your palms back up and then rotating your palms back down. Simple as that. Moving on to the next one here, Jill, do you want to show us your bicep stretch?
What is my bicep stretch? Oh, that's what it is. So for this, you will need a wall, and you'll come against your wall, get that shoulder on the wall. You'll have your arm flat against it, your palm facing out, and then just kind of twist. Feel a stretch in that bicep, which that actually feels very good.
Right?
And then make sure to take it to that other side.
So that one is very similar to our shoulder stretch. But again, if you heard Jill say your palm is facing out against the wall, where our shoulder stretch was your palm actually flat to the wall. So you are rotating. So make sure that you switch that as well. All right, Ashley, how about for your bicep stretch?
So this one's pretty easy. You're just gonna go ahead and extend that arm. Thumbs or fingers can be down or up, whatever feels more comfortable. And you're just gonna help flex at that wrist. You're gonna feel it in that forearm too, but it does get that bicep straightened out as well. If you prefer this way, I feel this one more in my forearm if I do my fingers up, but I know some people prefer it that way, and sometimes it just kind of depends. We all have a little bit different anatomy, so where the bicep is actually inserting in your elbow can feel a little bit different. So try both of those and kind of see which one feels a little bit better for you in those biceps.
Excellent. Perfect. So those are just a few options for our bicep stretch. Now we're going to be moving on to our tricep. And I need to do this one against a wall, which is going to be kind of hard on my fireplace. I didn't really plan this very well, so please forgive me there. We all are very familiar with this stretch. This is kind of the variation of what all of these are going to be. But again, moving over to a flat surface, I'm going to have to bend my knees here because for once I'm actually tall enough to do this. But you're going to want that tricep flat to the wall and lean in so you can really stretch through that tricep. So this whole section of your arm should be flat against your wall to help get into that range of motion. Now, if you don't have a wall, Jill, do you want to show us the next choice?
Yeah. Next one is just the basic where you bring that, I feel like I need a kneel. Bring that hand behind, right to your back, grab that elbow, and just feel a nice stretch through the tricep if you don't have a wall.
Excellent. All right, Ashley, how about you?
Back to our towel. So it's going to be that same position I showed you guys for the shoulder stretch, but this time you're just going to switch which arm that you're pulling with. You're going to swing that towel around again, and then instead of pulling up with that top arm, you're going to be pulling down. So again, same type of movement where you have that top arm straight, and you're extending through that tricep, and then you're using that bottom hand to really get some resistance and a good pull. And it kind of like what we talked about with the shoulders, working on that mobility too. So if you can't quite reach that towel yet, you know, starting with the one that Jill or Jen showed you and then kind of working your way into incorporating that towel or that robe strap or whatever it may be a little bit more.
And if there is mobility issues within your shoulders and you can't even get it up into this motion anyway, the option also is to bring it across, wrapping that arm kind of around your neck and pressing, I know it looks super uncomfortable, but pressing this help into your throat. But don't cut off your ability to breathe, right? We just want to stretch through here. You're still going to get it through your shoulder, but it will just save you. If you can't get your range of motion up here, you can still do it in a safer aspect and still stretch through that tricep. All right, so now we're going to be moving on to our chest. After doing a bunch of chest press or push-ups, we all know that feeling right here in the top of our chest of that soreness, which I'm feeling today from our interval mix class that we just recently recorded from all those lovely push-ups. We did a lot of fun push-ups. So if you're watching this video and you haven't done that yet, you should for sure try that interval mix video. So probably Jill, you're actually starting this out here for us. Look at that.
Okay. So you probably see this in class a lot, where you would clasp your hands behind your back, drop the shoulders, puff that chest out, and bring your chin up. Feel a nice stretch. And then relax. Hold that for like 30 seconds.
Perfect. Excuse me as I coughed there and interrupted you. I apologize. All right, so now for mine here, you're going to either have to find a counter space. That probably is going to work better for you. I am going to have to use my coffee table. I probably don't suggest you maybe being down on your knees. A countertop is actually very well because you can just kind of step your hips back and get into this position. But what we're going to do here is we're going to place our triceps onto that countertop or onto your coffee table, whatever you have. You're going to walk back and you're going to drop that chest down. You're also going to feel it in your back, but you're gonna feel it through that chest too. So like if you're on a countertop, you can just step your body back and fold into it. You can also use yoga blocks. You can do it off of, your couch or any other flat surface. All right, Ashley, on to you for your chest stretch.
So since I've been standing in my lovely doorway this whole time, some good use. So this one, you can do one or both arms at the same time to really stretch out that chest. You're going to put your arms up at about 90 degrees and place them just on the edges of your doorway, and then take a step through and just push your chest through your doorway till you feel that chest expanding and opening. On this one, you want to be sure that you're not arching your back. So some people I see do it and they have both their feet back behind them, and they're really putting a lot of pressure on their lower back. So try stepping 1 foot through and then pulling that belly button in to help keep your spine nice and straight. You might start to get tingling in your arms on this one. That's okay. It just throws a lot of nerves in that chest area. You can also always try one arm at a time if it feels like it's a little too much across that chest with both arms being up.
Excellent. All right, so now we're going to be moving on to our back, and Jill is going to start us out here with a good back stretch, one of my go-tos.
Yes. So you'll clasp your hands, reach forward with those arms, and bring your chest, or not your chest, your chin to your chest, and really feel that stretch through your back. Lean forward. Relax.
I love that one. That's instant gratification after doing a class. Is just around the spine. Even now, it feels very well. So, all right, Ashley, I'm going to let you take over your good back stretch here.
Great. So this one's a little more different, I would say. If you've done yoga for a while, you might have seen this one before. So it's basically eagle pose, but just the arms. And a couple different variations. So you're going to start with one arm out in front of you at about 90 degrees. And then you're going to come around with the opposite arm. And then you're working that hand to get to clasp or clap to your other hand. This is all the ability you have though. Really press the shoulders down, and you should feel it right on the edge of your shoulder blades into your upper back. And then if you have the flexibility, you can come and bring those hands together. And if that still isn't giving you enough of a stretch, try lifting up those elbows so they're almost 90 degrees width, straight up from that shoulder. So just be careful with that one. Come out of it nice and slow. Like I said, if this is all you can get to, that's totally fine. Just continue working on expanding through that upper back.
Excellent. So now for my back stretch, we are going to head down to the floor. This is kind of going to attack more of our lower back. Bring one knee into your chest and rotating to the side. Again, keeping your shoulder blades as flat to your mat as you can. Again, be cautious of your lower back with the rotation. Because of interval mix yesterday, I'm feeling it in my glutes too, but that's okay. And again, always making it fair for each side and switching and just holding that stretch. Holding it for that 30 minutes is going to give you that ability to potentially get deeper into that stretch as those muscles relax. So don't rush these stretches as you do them at home. All right, coming back up. We're going to move on to our torso, which is going to kind of like encompass our obliques, our lower back, anything in this region that you're going to feel, your rib cage. So moving on to that, we've got a couple here. Kind of my go-to that I do a lot in my yoga class as well is a forward fold, coming down and then walking your hands over to the right and really feeling that stretch on the left side. And then also going into the other. Again, you're holding it here for about 30 seconds on each side. I'm a little bit rushed just so we can get through these. Shoulders down and back. I have one more here and then we'll hand it over to the girls. Just a nice side lean, whether it be with both arms or one single arm, reaching off to one side, really getting into that hip and all the way up into our underarm. Again, moving to the other side. If you struggle with balance, your feet can be wide. If you have mobility in your shoulders, you can go both sides. Whatever you choose, find the variation that works well for you. All right, Ashley, I'll let you take over this next one.
To see you. switch my camera angle. So we're going to come down to the floor for this one, very similar to what Jen just showed you for your back, but instead this time we're going to be doing both legs over to the side. So you'll bring those knees up to 90 degrees and then rotate over, stacking those knees on top of each other. And try not to let your upper back come off the floor here. So feeling that good rotational stretch through that whole backside and even into the side of your core and down your hip. And then like we said with all of them, just make sure you switch sides and do both here. It's okay if your knees don't quite come all the way together. Just again, working on that range of motion, flexibility, and try not to go past the point of a good stretch to where it's painful or super uncomfortable. Just working, easily into those ranges of motion as you gain your flexibility.
Perfect. Jill, would you like to show us your nice torso stretch for today?
We'll come down to the mat. So I will start with bringing my right knee, or not my right knee, my right foot into my left thigh. And with my left hand, I'll bring it to my right knee and just reach with that left hand to my toes. It feels very nice on my side, my back. And then remember to switch. Bring it to this one and reach.
It's one of my favorite stretches from yoga. As soon as I found that variation on that single leg forward fold, I absolutely love it. Being able to feel that stretch through your sides. I mean, it's like a double whammy with your lower back, your hamstrings, like a good all around stretch. So very good. Well, thank you, ladies. So there you guys have it. That is our upper body stretches, kind of 101 for you today. Lots of options to pick from, just to kind of broaden your horizons on other choices. I know within our classes, we kind of stick to our good tried and true basics that we really like. But again, we don't all have a robe tie at work with us. But maybe that's something we need to add to our gym bag, right, Jill? Or a towel, or anything like that. We do have yoga straps, so actually you probably could do a little bit of stretching like that. But again, working on your mobility, your range of motion is all extremely important just with activities of daily living. So making sure that we keep that flexibility is extremely important, even if it's without a workout. So if you're feeling like your upper body is a little bit more tight, maybe your shoulders, your neck, work through some of these stretches to release that tension, to just work through your day and be a little bit more comfortable, avoid some of those tension headaches, and things like that. So I hope we gave you some ideas to try and do at home. We look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Don't forget to put in the comments how you feel about our videos, what you would like to see more instructional videos about so that we can learn some knowledge over this time as well. Don't forget to like, share, and hit that subscribe button. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and we'll see you guys again soon. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.